What's up, Tide fans? Stacey Blackwood here from Tide Talk Live on Easter Sunday. I want to bring you a little bit of Easter special as we talk about the first scrimmage that Alabama football team held on Friday. We're going to be discussing that, what some of the position battles look like, and more on this episode of Tide Talk Live. Welcome back, everybody, to Tide Talk Live. Cannot wait to dive into the scrimmage report that we have ready for you guys here on Tide Talk Live. But before that, you guys know the drill. Jump in the comment section and let us know your thoughts on the first scrimmage. Also, make sure you smash that like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We are so close to reaching our goal of 2,000 subscribers. So help us reach that goal today by making sure you are subscribed to the channel. All right, look, there's a lot that has come out from the scrimmage. Some of it that you have to kind of comb through to make sure you get the right details with the correct details and not make too much of something because it is just a scrimmage. It's organized. It's the coaches put together a plan for what they want to accomplish in the scrimmage. So you can't take a ton from the scrimmage, but you can learn a little bit about some of the young players especially, and maybe about some of the position battles that are going on. And, obviously we're going to start at quarterback because that's the most important position on the team. That is one of the most critical competitions going on right now, not only in Tuscaloosa, but across the country between Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson. Everything that we've gathered so far, both Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson played well. Milroe really displayed how athletic he was. He displays how he had, progressed a lot as far as his passing goes, but he still lacks the consistency that the coaching staff is looking for. And Ty Simpson, on the other hand, just appears to be that guy when it comes to throwing the football. He's mobile enough, but his ability to throw with anticipation and accuracy is really just a cut above everybody else, and he's really putting his stamp on this quarterback competition. That's obviously going to go down to the wire. It's probably going to go down to September. I don't expect anything to happen in the spring where Coach Saban just says, yeah, Jalen's our guy or Ty Simpson's our guy. Right now, both guys are playing well, and Coach Saban's going to give the older guy the benefit of the doubt as much as possible. But if Ty Simpson can continue to prove that he is the more consistent thrower of the football, then I would not be shocked if he is the guy calling the signals for Alabama when the season rolls around in September. You look at the running back position. Coach Saban even commented after the scrimmage how pleased he was with the running backs. He's got 4 guys that he's really excited about. Of course, Jace McClellan, Rodell Williams, Jam Miller, and Justice Haynes. They all played really well according to Coach Saban. There was some concern that Rodell had been out because he had been injured a little bit in the spring, but Coach Saban commented that he is fully back with the team and kind of working with everything that's going on in the scrimmage. He's not injured anymore. He's really at full participation is what I'm trying to say. So, got to be happy with the running back room. Coach Saban mentioned that if as long as that room stays healthy, he's really pleased with what he has there at the running back position. Wide receiver, that's another position group that's a lot of fun to talk about. We know what we have in Ja'Cory Brooks and Jermaine Burton. Coach Saban mentioned that Jermaine Burton, Ja'Cory Brooks, Malik Benson, and Isaiah Bond all have had fantastic springs, all performed well in Friday's scrimmage, so you have to be pleased to hear that. It's all about, can those guys continue to build on that and be consistent in their performance. I hear that Malik Benson had the catch of the day as far as the receivers are concerned, and he looks to be kind of that next level top player at the wide receiver position for Alabama. As far as some of the newcomers that stuck out, I'm hearing that Cole Adams, the freshman wide receiver from Oklahoma, is a guy who really has turned some heads and even got some reps with the twos in the first scrimmage. So that's a name to kind of look out for as the spring continues and then as the summer goes on and into fall camp. Can Cole Adams, a freshman, early enrollee, make an impact on the team this fall as a true freshman? Looking at the offensive line, everybody wants to know what that's going to look like. Everything we've heard is what we've been hearing from spring so far. Elijah Pritchett at left tackle, Darian Dalcourt at left guard, Seth McLaughlin at center, Tyler Booker at right guard, and then J.C. Latham at right tackle. That's the way it looked in the scrimmage on Friday. For those wondering, Caden Proctor was getting work with the second team at right tackle. So to me, those are the 6 guys that are the best players as far as the offensive line goes right now. Also, T.J. Ferguson is a name to watch who could maybe sneak in and take a guard position, probably from Darian Dalcourt if there was going to be one to be given up. So they're working on creating more depth, more quality depth, but they're really happy with what they have as far as the starting five go. So the offensive line wasn't elite by any stretch of the imagination on Friday, but they have shown improvement as far as physicality goes and kind of moving the line of scrimmage. I'm hearing that the running backs had a lot of good lanes to run through, which is something that they really hadn't had over the past couple of seasons. All right, let's look at the defensive line for just a second. Look, they're probably the weakest position group on the team, but they're not weak by any stretch. Look, Justin Eboigbe is a good player. Tim Smith's a good player. Jaheim Otis has a chance to be elite. Jamil Burroughs, I'm hearing he had the best performance out of any defensive lineman during the scrimmage on Friday. Jamarian Latham. You got a freshman in James Smith. You got a third year player in Damon Payne. So there's plenty of guys there that Alabama can rotate in and out. They're just looking for more consistency from that group, and maybe looking for somebody to make an impact from that group. And that I could see Jaheim Otis, Jamil Burroughs, Tim Smith is certainly capable of that. But the guy to watch there is the freshman James Smith. He's a quick twitch guy from his interior defensive line position, and he is a guy that could really make an impact as a freshman, and could really turn some heads and make some plays in the backfield for Alabama this fall. Looking at the linebackers, of course, Deontay Lawson's out, Dallas Turner's out, Chris Braswell was out, so a lot of new faces in the linebacker core for the first scrimmage, but I'm hearing Trez Marshall was really good. He's flying all over the field making plays. Hearing really good things from Jihad Campbell and Sean Murphy, the two second-year players at inside linebacker. And on the outside, it was Quindarius Robinson. Keanu Code is a name that Coach Saban mentioned. So I think this first scrimmage was more about getting reps for the younger players or the less experienced players in the linebacker room. So I think there's really not a lot you can take from that. It's just about getting Braswell, Turner, Deontay Lawson healthy and kind of seeing what you have to work with once those guys are back fully participating with the team. So that's a position group that's just really going to gain experience over the spring, and then you're going to see what you have in fall camp when everybody's healthy. Moving on to the secondary, Kool-Aid McKinstry was out with a family issue. So he did not participate. I'm hearing Terrion Arnold is a guy who's had a tremendous spring, was the best maybe defensive back of the entire scrimmage on Friday. Of course, Caleb Downs is a name that we've talked about a lot here on our show. Really everybody's talking about Caleb Downs, and he was a guy who really stood out, getting a lot of reps with the first team. Malachi Moore is playing safety right now. We got we got Earl Little Jr. at star. So that those are some names that are being tossed around back there on the back end of the defense, and certainly get names to watch out for, guys like Earl Little Jr. and Caleb Downs. But I want to get to real quick what Coach Saban had to say following the scrimmage about Tommy Reese, the new offensive coordinator for Alabama, coming over from Notre Dame. He was really complimentary of Tommy Reese and really excited kind of about the different, obviously this is Coach Saban's system, whether it's offense or defense. Tommy Reese has done a good job of learning the system, but also implementing new ideas or maybe new plays or new formations, new schemes, and Coach Saban's really pleased with the way not only Reese has kind of meshed with the offensive players, but really how he has kind of came in and taken over the offense and really done a good job of getting the players to execute what he is wanting to do on offense, and really the development of all the quarterbacks. I mentioned Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson, but I think it's also important to note that I've heard a lot of good things about the two true freshmen and Eli Holstein and Dylan Lonergan. So I think the job that Tommy Reese has done right now so far in his limited time in Tuscaloosa is really the story of the spring, and I'm excited to see what he can continue to develop and continue to do on that side of the ball for Alabama, because I think the Alabama fans are going to be excited to see how much more physical this team is and how much better this team executes on the offensive side of the ball. And the fact that Coach Saban is already offering up some high praise for Tommy Reese has to be a good sign and a positive sign for Alabama fans for the 2023 football season. But that's going to wrap up our scrimmage report. Just wanted to get something out to you guys real quick, not take up a lot of time, just something that you can kind of listen to real quick here on Easter Sunday. Really excited about what's coming up with spring football. Cannot wait to continue to dive into that. But we hope everybody has a great Easter Sunday. Remember why we celebrate this day. And we really appreciate everybody that tuned into our show. Like I said, if you're not already, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you don't miss a single episode of Tide Talk Live. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and jump in the comment section and let us know your thoughts on the first scrimmage for the Crimson Tide this spring. But that's going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Roll Tide.